Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Glitch Robert, and welcome back to the final part of Bendy and the Ink Machine. So, as you remember, we finished chapter 5, and we defeated the Ink Demon, and we are now stuck in a time loop. But, since we're stuck in a time loop, we did get the scene tool, and we will be able to see any secrets in all the previous chapters. Now in this video we're only going to do chapters 1 to 4 because I pretty much got all the secrets in chapter 5, even though those were story purposes pretty much. We are going to be going to all the previous 4 chapters. So this is going to be a longer video, so I'm sorry, but there's no way to make this short. But anyways, let's get straight into it. So we're going to go to chapter 1, Moving Pictures. So, without further ado, let us begin. Alrighty. So.
Alright, Joey. I'm here.
We'll let him... okay, so we got the 2 here. Okay. So, exit. Turn back. Tally marks. Oh, I can't count all that right now. I'll count down in post to see how many days that is. But it's obviously saying turn back. Don't turn on the machine. An arrow pointed to the door. Oh my god, there's even... I'm sorry, buddy. Boris. Remember, we called him Buddy before. And he's saying, I'm sorry, as in, I can't save you. So this is obviously Henry. So, if you look at that, so take this, and there's even more here. So, how many times has Henry been stuck here? Oh, shit, sorry. So, yeah, but he keeps telling us to go back. I'll go back to that in a second. I'm going to see if there's anything here. He was born here.
Hey, here's my old desk.
Is he implying
So much time
that Bendy was born here, where he first created Bendy? I mean, it makes sense. Bendy is on that thing. But he was born here. Oh, what's this? Can I get a little privacy? I remember seeing that in chapter 1. I was like, why is this blocked off? But yeah, can I get a little privacy? So I bet some of these are like joke things that don't really add much to the story, but it's still pretty funny. Oh, it says so Jojo Studios, Jojo Nothings. Jojo Nothings. So it seems like Henry, well, not seems like, it's obvious that Henry does not care for Joey at all now. Art department, ink machine, theater, break room. Deaf in every direction. That's interesting. Do dreams come true? Not all dreams come true. I'm guessing that's implying with Susie, of course, as she was the one who kept saying dreams come true. But was it her that wrote that there, or was it somebody else? So yeah, don't turn on the machines. Space bar to jump. There never was choice. Yeah, so it seems like I think as soon as Henry turns on the machine,
Let's see what you're hiding down there, old friend.
the time loop now begins. Now, I know I said last video, I said when he goes through the door, it's when the cycle begins, but it's when he turns on the machine that's when the cycle truly begins, because he turns it on and he gets sucked into the ink world, I believe. I think that's what it's implying here. What about in here? Music. Listening and always watching. You set us free. I'm guessing that's implying to Sammy, because I do believe Sammy was in that room before. Let's see. Don't be scared. Ah! That's funny. So, yeah, it's obviously Henry's sending messages to himself, of course. That's obvious. What's this? She's heartless.
Joey, what were you doing?
Not Joey. That's Alice, of course. She's heartless. Pretty much. So it seems like Henry does actually remember what happens. Or at least for like a split second, maybe? I'm not sure. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Oh, okay, that's for later. Peekaboo. There we go. Now that makes more sense. I'm actually curious, actually. If we go to here. Devilishly handsome.
What the heck is this?
The Meatley ghost. I figured there was going to be something there. That's funny. Boy, yeah, so I think we're going to find something here now. I always fall. So, yeah, it's Henry. No matter what, he always falls. He keeps trying to get out, right? He always tries to get out, but he keeps falling. To show he can never escape. He can never get out of this time loop. I wonder what it's going to say. Because I know the next one said the creator lied to us. I wonder if it says something about that. The creator lied to us. Joey lied to us.
This will definitely come in handy.
He pretty much did. And I think I also remember with the coffins here that there might be some names on the coffins. I think I remember saying. Let's take a look here. But this is going to be the end of chapter 1's secrets, pretty much. There's names. There are names here. Was that Norman and Grant? Norman Polk and Grant Cohen. So they're both dead. They're both in those coffins. Or at least their husks are, probably. And they're now in their ink forms, right? So that's pretty much what I think it's saying there. That Norman and Grant are both dead, but they're revived in their newest creations. So that's the end of chapter 1. So yeah, Norman and Grant.
See if I can find a way out.
Say hello to Sammy. Oh, there you go. Yeah, see? So he's saying, remember Sammy. So we do remember him, obviously. But yeah, this is interesting to me. Norman and Grant. So these were... So obviously Norman Polk, the projectionist, as we saw in chapter 3. And Grant Cohen is the finance manager. And that was we saw his office in chapter 4. And then I believe he turned into an ink monster. But it's interesting why their names are on coffins. And we can open these, by the way. And what's interesting is that I think the real their human bodies are in those coffins, but their souls were put into the ink machine to create the ink monsters and the ink creatures.
How does this place get so big?
Deceived. So yeah, this is the Sammy type, and it's a deceived here. So like, basically saying, Sammy, you've been deceived by the ink demon. Bertram and Lacey. Bertram, you remember him from chapter 4. So his body's in here, and his soul is in that roller coaster ride in chapter 4. Lacey was in chapter 4 as well. The lady who's talking about the Bendy animatronic. So she's here as well. I don't know who she turns into though. That's the thing. Saying, "Hi, Bendy. I didn't really get to talk to you that much. You didn't really see you all that much."
Oh, yes, you did! But you didn't even bother to say hi to me! You bastard!
Okay, calm down. I'm sorry. I'll talk to you more now. Since this is the final video, I'll talk to you more now.
Alright, that's fine. I guess I can understand.
He never learns, does he?
Why not you never learn? Did you remember what happened in the last chapter, in chapter 2, when you did this to me? Or were you too drunk to even remember it?
No, I remember. Just wanted to make sure. That's all. Bastard. Okay, I got all the switches here. So open sesame. Oops, sorry about that. Hit the mic. There's a groan there. Just gonna ignore that. Do you guys remember from chapter 2, my chapter 2 video when I was drunk? I fucking farted on camera. Can we get a replay of that, by the way?
Move it. Alrighty. Let me in! What do we have in store here? Okay. What the fuck? That just made me shut my pants.
Oh my god. That was fucking unbelievable. I can't believe that's one of my highest viewed videos, man. Ouch. Oh, right, because we get hit by Sammy here. Then here. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? We can play pool. Come on. Oh. Hang on 1 second. Okay, well, I found out that the pool room adds no significance to anything. I thought if you like, you know, play it, that like get all the stuff in there, the that door would open, but no, it's literally just to be a fun minigame. So naive. Susie Campbell in the tape there talking about like, Alice and I were going places, saying so naive, as in like she's too connected to her character, way too attached to her character, pretty much. So I wonder, can I see something back here? No, just Sammy. Down here we are all sinners. What's that smell? Me shitting. So, right, okay. Gotta pull this up. So this says, sing along with me. Oh, whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. I don't scene with psychos. I agree. Sammy, you are a fucking psychopath. So, it is confirming that we've done this before, many times.
Oh, get on with it, you fucking...
Oh my god. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! What the fuck was that? What just happened? Oh. I got a message from me mum. It's pretty much saying goodnight to me because it's about 11 here. Die, Bendy. I don't want to speak to you for a while. God, did you hear that? Right, there's something here. Traitor, you traitor. Oh, it's... You're the creator, you try. Alright. Let me just take care of these guys here. We can't go into that room. Interesting. And there's nothing in here. Boom. Alright, run now. See if we can find anything while we're running. It doesn't end here. Fuck, how close was he behind me? He was so fucking close. But he said it doesn't end here. So I think Henry did die at that point, but then he came back and then wrote, it doesn't end here. Maybe that's why, maybe that's how he's writing things on the walls, is because he dies so many times, but then he comes back every time. If you remember, we come back at those Bendy statues every time we die. So I wonder if that's how he's writing everything down. I wonder. And there's nothing here. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 2, everybody. If you're wondering why my voice is a little bit quiet right now, who am I now? Is that like showing that we can't see ourselves in the reflection? Because that's actually kind of interesting. No, but who am I now? It's like, or is this like showing that Henry's slowly starting to forget himself in a way. But anyways, I am talking very quietly because my mom's kind of gone to sleep right now, so I've got to be a little bit quiet. So anyways, this says, I'm sorry, buddy. Again, showing that he couldn't save him, that Henry couldn't save Boris. Interesting that there's nothing really that he put here for this. That's interesting why he didn't do that. Reminds me of home. This painting or this...
I'm not getting out of here that
the
easy.
safe house. Is there anything else here? Maybe even on the thing? No, nothing. Really? Interesting. There's some parts where I think something... Oh, before we go... Oh, look at that. It gets up, actually. I'd never seen the animation of that. I just remember getting jump scared by him, which was fucking scary.
Don't wander off.
Okay, more bike and soup. Okay, was this tasty things.
Can we get a replay of that? Yes, we can get the bone here. And we can put it on...
Let's see what's out there.
Look at that. He's very cute. Behind that door there. So I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna fix this up. And see what that says. Also, I'm going to try and get the Tommy gun as well. So what does it say? Top of the morning. Nice little Easter egg of Jacksepticeye. Okay, we're gonna get the ink machine. So right, we need to not die once. And we need to take the demon routes. We got the ink machine there. Okay. But I feel like there's something in that pathway though. But I'm not sure. But we gotta take this way though. His dream, my effort. Joey Drew, of course. Right, because he said give or take. I give and he takes. So it's Joey's dream, but Henry's effort, of course. And if you remember from the archives, it says that Henry was the true creator behind
Boris.
the characters. Oh, what's this? We always fall. That's interesting. So no matter what they try. It seems like Henry's also tried to save Boris so many times, but you can't change it. No matter how hard you try. We always fall. Here's got to be some. Yes, there is something over there. Okay.
Look around. It took so many of them to make me so beautiful. Anything less than perfect was left behind.
Coffin, Susie Campbell. So her body's in that coffin. And okay. Is there any more coffins here? Well, that's interesting. Susie's there. That's interesting. What is this? Did they deserve this? I don't think Boris did, but the Butcher Gang probably. Actually, no. Nobody deserves that. No one. It's a surprise to me. What was this? Blah, 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 blah.
Now we come to the question. Do I kill you? Do I tear you apart to my heart's delight? The choices of the beautiful. How's a girl to choose?
Really hesitate. Take this my door, for instance.
Could have
Screaming well voices.
Bits of your mind.
Enough! Stop it! Stop!
That was close. We got the Tommy gun, boys.
Like a welcoming grave.
We got the Tommy gun.
I like the
So,
silence.
what I'm gonna do before I go down to level
We're
14,
finished.
Fortunately,
we're gonna go
I
down the
have
stairwells.
you to pick up the pieces. But you'll have to go even deeper. Down, down, down.
into the abyss.
Because I did see
Take the lift down.
there was
Say hello to an old friend.
secret messages in
Sending you a
the
little
stairwells
present.
area. You remember we didn't really go down there the first time,
Good
but
care
now,
of it.
but now we got a
belonged to
reason to go
someone
down there now.
Very special.
Go to stairwells. There we go. It's gonna do nothing to the ink demon, but that's okay. So, let's read this again. Be kind to. Be kind to people. Be kind to people. Be kind to people. You meet. Be kind to people you meet on the way. Be kind to people you meet on the way. Up. Crap, Bendy's here. Be careful. Be kind to the people you meet on the way up. To people you meet on the way up. Be kind to people you meet on the way up. God, this guy's going up all the way up the stairs. Be kind to the people. Be kind to people you meet on the way up. Because. Be kind to people you meet on the way up because. Be kind to people you meet on the way up because you're going to meet the same people on the way down. Interesting. So, said, be careful, or no, be kind to the people. Be kind to people you meet on the way up, because you're going to meet the same people on the way down. That's interesting that we got that message by going all the way up to the top floor.
Bring me back the pieces.
There, Norman's down for the count. Oh, friend of foe. Friend or foe? Who's he talking about for that, though? Friend or foe, what's that mean? What does he mean by that? Who's he talking about? Okay, chapter 4, everybody. Final chapter for this episode. So, he can't be saved. That's right, talking about Boris, he can't be saved. But no matter how hard we try to warn ourselves, we can't save him. It's basically what he's
Definitely something missing here.
is trying to tell Henry, but obviously Henry doesn't understand what that means.
What is it that keeps you going? Is it the thrill of the hunt? The thirst
House
for
Angel
freedom?
Poster, she's toying with you.
Or perhaps you're just looking for a little
Pretty much.
friendly wolf.
Describing her house as, or this version of her house is, she's toying.
Better hurry, errand boy. Boris is having trouble staying in one piece.
So she's toying with you. Also, she's toying with you. That pretty much means that Boris is already dead. And she's just toying with you like, nah, you're too late, but you don't know that. Oh. Regrets, Joey? Regrets with trying to make Bendy land? That's interesting. He's really just trying to tell Joey, like, you have any regrets making this? Oh, or maybe it's have any regrets with the machine, Joey? Have any regrets with that?
It's gonna need some power. Hang in there, Boris.
Oh, whoa,
I'm
what
coming.
the hell? Mustache? Is that a Markiplier reference? Is that a Markiplier reference?
Punching in.
Reliving the past does not change it. I wonder what he's implying by that. Like, is he meaning by reliving the past, like going through all this here, is not going to change anything, like not changing the studio shutdown, or trying or reliving the past of all the previous chapters isn't going to change anything, like trying to save Boris, right? Like, you try to save Boris in chapter 3, you're never gonna change it. He's always gonna end up as Boris. What's this? Dream too big and you will fail. I don't know about that, Henry, but maybe in this circumstance, probably dream too big and you will fail. Dreaming too big, as in with the machine, trying to bring all these characters to life, you were going to fail. And you pretty much did, not gonna lie. You did pretty much fail, you know. Please don't cry. Aww. Henry feels empathy for all these people, these lost ones. He feels empathy for them.
That's two.
Oh, he's gonna say, it never moves. It never moves because it never got a chance to move. Or he's just saying that to remind him, like, after listening to the tape, just trying to say to Henry telling himself, don't worry, it never moves. So it's like, you're okay, you're safe. Again and again, around and around, talking about the roller coaster ride here that Bertram's on, Bertram's in, and also it could also mean, you know, around and again, around and around, always stuck in a time loop. I think that's what he means by this. Well, when he says that. Surely there'd be something in here. Surely he would say something about Bertram. Oh. Time wounds all heals. Time wounds all heals. Okay. Not quite sure with that one. Some of these messages I'm not quite sure what they mean. If there's anything after, obviously there's going to be nothing after that. Door. I can't interact with that. I think that's a reference to the ink demon taking the projectionist through that wall. As like that's like a secret door almost. I think that's what it's implying. Yeah. On that floor, maybe this one. Oh! Okay, that's the Joey I knew. So, that type, when it showed the end of it, well, showing how Joey really acts, that's Henry saying, yep, that's what it was like. That's who he is. So it's a shame, you know. It's a pretty big shame. Let's watch this again, actually. Let's watch this part again. Go to there, yeah, secret door. How cool would it be if you could have gone into that room? Don't think you could, but obviously you can't, unfortunately. Here we go. Turn back. There's no turning back now. Oh, I never thought you could go this way, actually. I didn't know you could. Oh, you can. There's nothing over there though. There's no turning back now. Can I?
And now, the ride truly begins, Henry.
We can't use the thing here.
And
Okay.
pretend it's...
Okay, everybody. That is the end of Bendy. I think we got all the secret, I think we found all of the secret messages for the most part, I think. If I missed any, please let me know in the comments, because I'm curious if I missed any. I don't think I did though, but I think we got most of it. And now we understand a little bit about the ending a bit more, to show that Henry's stuck in a time loop, and he keeps trying to remember or remind himself to try and get him to stop going to this place, stop him from starting the ink machine up, and stop him from starting this time loop. But he fails every single time. You just can't stop him. And it even showed that no matter how many times you visit the past, you can't change it. And the tally marks on the walls in chapter 1 shows that he's been there, that he's been in this time loop for so long, for a very long time. And obviously he keeps saying, "I'm sorry buddy," to Boris, saying, "I'm sorry, I couldn't save you, I tried saving you." And in the beginning of chapter 4, as you saw, he said, "You can't save him. We can't save him." And he was right. You can't save him. And especially with the, she's toying with you. It shows that Alice already killed Boris at the beginning of the chapter. She killed Boris already, and she's pretty much just toying with you, like saying, like, "Oh, can you save Boris? Can you? Will you be able to make it in time?" just to toy with to toy with Henry. Which is really pretty much all of the shows is that he's just stuck in the time loop and he's trying to get out, but no matter how hard he tries, he can't escape. But yeah. So that's pretty much it. In fact, actually, I'm gonna go back to the archives because actually I've missed a couple of things in here, and I'm actually quite curious if you can use the thing. No, you can't. But we did miss something though. You can see here, Bertram's head is here, and the butcher guy, all three of them. And I didn't get to read this because I completely forgot. I didn't even know this was back here. So let's take a read. The butcher guy, the Piper, Striker, and Fisher make up the dreaded butcher guy. Interestingly, the incorrupted versions of the characters were designed first and then were reversed engineered back into their more family friendly cartoon forms. Well, that's actually interesting. I didn't know that. But I thought I would just come back in here just to look at that because I completely missed this in the last video. And I thought you could use the same tool, but you can't. Can't use it in here, unfortunately. But, well, anyways, I think I'm gonna end it here. It is pretty late for me. It's like 12:51 when I'm finishing this up. I've been recording. This clip has been 32 minutes. I've stopped it recording a few times to save footage, so to make my life a little bit easier when editing this. And I was so scared if the game was going to crash or not, but thankfully it did not. But anyways, I think that's all we have for Bendy and the Ink Machine. In the future we will be playing The Dark Revival, I don't know when, and whenever the cage comes out, you know we'll be playing that. So, anyways, Bendy, do you have any final words to say before we go?
Yes, I'd like to thank you all so much for playing this game. Thank you so much for watching my friend the Glitch Rabbit for playing this game. I hope you all enjoyed, and see you all next time. And you can tell the Glitch Rabbit one thing.
What's that?
You can shove it up your arse.
Thank you. Thanks for the kind words. Anyways, that's all for this time, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully this wasn't too boring. Hopefully not. But hopefully you found this interesting. But anyways, if you did enjoy it, please leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, want to subscribe for more videos just like this one, and for some more horror games in the future. And so, without further ado, I thank all of you so much for watching. Have a good night, and I'll see you all in prison. Sweet dreams.
I just love that last part. Gives me chills every time. Welcome to your new home.